send out the tweet and check Twitter, or not Twitter, Twitch, to make sure that it's actually streaming. Okay, looks like it is. So, hello everyone, this is Chris Ingerson. It is December 17th, and this is the December 17th TextQuest Dev Stream. So, it's Thursday, so we're going to be doing programming, and we're going to start with some Mel scripting to solve an issue that we briefly talked about yesterday. So currently our stairs tool that we scripted about a week or two ago, maybe longer. It's hard to remember exact times, admittedly. Currently, whenever we make a staircase, so I use the stairs button, we have all these options, and we'll just say don't extrude top, we will extrude bottom. All this stuff is fine. Don't need to worry about collision objects for now. So when we create this, you will see, oh, I guess I shouldn't have extruded the bottom either, but it's okay. So you'll see that it uses the least amount of faces possible for the sides. So that means that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 quads for the right and left sides. And the way it does that is by simply combining these vertices. So the one at the very bottom corner, and then at the corners of each of the steps. So that's a really nice style to use because in general that's probably what most staircases will have working for them. But to have a little bit more control over UVs, I would prefer to have an option for either least amount of faces or for sliced faces. So instead of being just 5 quads, we would have a single quad for this step, we'd have 2 quads for this step, 3 quads, 4 quads, and then 5 quads, basically making squares, the size of each step going down. So that's going to be the focus for the start of today's stream. I don't think it'll be too bad to do. At least I hope not. Actually, you know, it's probably going to be pretty terrible, but we'll see. It's really going to depend on how difficult the tools are to use to actually get subdivisions going. Because hopefully I won't have to make a bunch of subdivisions, then move a bunch of vertices around. I really hope I don't have to do that. But of course, knowing my luck, I will have to do that. So, and that would be my cat wanting attention. Yes, I see you, cat. Yes, I know. So, let's go ahead and get started then. Let's go ahead and delete that. Let's close this. So I'm going to pull my script editor over here. And this is the current Mel script. I have a list of to-dos that I haven't quite gotten to and or know that I can do at all. So, go ahead and get rid of... that's odd. Why would I not have that selected? Okay, well, I'll leave that commented for now. Oh no, I know why. Because it's happening later on. Let me check radio collection, edit, I believe. And then I think way down here at the bottom, stair type count, stair type. Yep. Okay. So originally, let me minimize this, pull this up again. So originally I was setting this toggle value as soon as I declared it. But the problem is I have a function listening to this toggle value. So when it gets set, it tries to do a function, but because certain parameters wouldn't have been initialized yet, that actually threw errors. So I had to wait to declare the selected field, the default selected field, until after everything was declared. So that's why this is down here now. So I'm going to comment that. Select default stair type. I'm going to get rid of this up here. Okay. So, let's go through here. That's just the UI part, so that's all of this stuff that we're looking at on the right. But we actually need to change... Actually, no, we're going to need to add a, a option for least amount of faces or most amount of faces. So, let's see. Distance, stairs, advanced settings... Generate sides. Should probably go underneath generate sides. So let's see, create sides. That's this whole section. Okay. So set parent. I think we can just do dot dot. Yep, we can just do that. And then we'll go ahead and say text label. This will be side faces. So we'll have two options. So we'll have row, no, not a row layout. Column layout, capital L. I think NC is 2, so number of columns will be 2. Let me check real quick. Do I have? Yeah, so I should have one up here. Distance, blah 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 blah. Row, column layout. I guess I just say column layout. It's fine, I think. Step count. No. I'm making sure that I get all of this set up properly because I don't want to try to set this up and then just get screwed over by my lack of specificity. So we have generation type, which is up here. Column layout. Yeah, I guess we don't specify the number of columns. That's very odd. Normally I do that. Okay. It's because we want row layout. So I was right. Column layout is just vertical stuff. So advanced, set parent, blah, 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 blah. We want to create sides. Here we go. Row layout. Number of columns 2. That should be fine. So let's go ahead and copy these checkboxes. Or not checkboxes, we want radios. So we'll go ahead and take these radios. Just replace them. Alright. Side faces. So we'll call this I don't know what to call it. Least quad faces. That doesn't sound right. Minimal face. Slice face. Maybe that works. So minimal sliced. Let's go ahead and have an and value, which is an annotation. So when we hover over it, it'll give you a tooltip. Use the least amount of faces. Or actually, hold on. Create faces for the sides. And create. How are we going to describe this? Because we basically want to say that it's not just the least amount of quads. Create sides with man faces based on that's let's see. Comprised of faces. It's saying like, do this based on this, based on this, and I don't like the way of that. Create faces equal to step size. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that very clearly. So minimal face. Sliced face. It's fine. Oh, right. Scripts. Stairs tool. Save that out. Alrighty then. So that should give us our. Oh, I'm going to need to make a radio collection too. Hold on. Row column layout. Right, so I need this. Let's see. Face type. Face selection. Alright. And I'm curious, do I just edit it right there? I do. Okay. That makes sense, actually. So radio collection, edit, blah, 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 blah. Let's just put this down here. So we want face type for that. And we'll do minimal face. Cool. So let's close this. Jeez. Then let's run this. So we get minimal inside faces. Good. I kind of want to space these out a little bit better because I don't like. I wish I knew a good way to do dividers because everything's kind of smushed together, and I don't like that. It makes everything really difficult to read. But for now, I guess this is fine. So we have a radio groups. Only one of them can be selected. That's what we want. Okay, so we'll hit cancel. So now I'm gonna go all the way down here, and we're gonna say top vert, left side, blah 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 blah. Let's see, string type. Here we go. That's what we want. So I'm going to grab this. And let's see, do I need any of that? No, that's all fine. I'm going to do another string right here and say face type. I believe I called it face type. Yep, face type. Aha, wait. Hold on. Collision, side face, here we go. Face selection. I suppose is what I can just call this face type. Might as well. I hate that it doesn't just save to the same spot. So that gives us our string value of whichever of the radio group face type. So we'll know which option is selected. So, okay. So now we can go all the way down to here. We're going to be adding sides. And, okay. So this is where it gets nasty. Okay. If face type is equal to stair type count. Give me a second here. I gotta find the correct one. So not stair type count. There we go. Minimal face. Then we will do all of this stuff. Otherwise, Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and make this switch. Just in case we add other ones later for some reason. So, while I'm doing this, I'm thinking of adding an audio section for the dev stream where I could work on some of the audio, like sound effects and other audio cues. I'm not sure how well that's going to go, just because, like I said in previous streams, I'm not an audio guy. I know how to do audio, so I can do stuff like sound effects, but I can't do compositions. So we wouldn't be covering music, but we could be covering stuff like lava sound effects, how I made how I make various sound effects, how I try to cue them up so that they play correctly, similar to what we did yesterday. I think that would be interesting, but I'll probably try that out, and if people don't like it, then I won't focus on it so much. Um, okay, so this is doing all of. Okay, so now we're gonna have a really fun time. Let's copy this. Gonna do this again. Wonder why my left vertice doesn't have to take into account all that stuff. That's interesting. Okay. Well, I just need to move this in. Maybe. Give me a second here. I'm going to X this. Put this right here. Put that there. Okay. So this will move to there. All right. And we'll close this stuff. Okay. I think that's what we want. So now my question here is, oh right, because I make the I forgot, I make the edges or the sides first, and then I do the extrusions. Those are the last things that I do. Okay, that makes sense. Extrude the bottom. Top step horizontally if needed. All right. So, oh boy, this is going to be tough. So I need to have an adjusted count. Ugh. Of course I do. For vertices. Problematic. I wonder. No, I can't do that. I was gonna say, would it be easier to connect them all after the fact? But no, it wouldn't. So, oh boy. Let's save this. I'm gonna put it under stairs tool. Yes, that's fine. Okay, let's run this. And then I'm gonna minimize this. Actually, no, I'm not gonna minimize. Didn't want to maximize it either. I'm gonna move this over to the left, and I'm going to first create my staircase, and then I'm going to manually do the operations necessary to actually get it to slice properly so that we know what we need to do. I switch this over to sliced, hit create, and good, that did exactly what I was hoping it would do. So the option works, it does not, I'm going to select minimal, hit create, good, good. Let me go to object mode, slide this off to the side, delete this. Okay, so this is our staircase before we do any divisions on the sides. So right now our side faces are n-gons, which is fine. But we're going to want to basically add subdivisions to these edges. So I think we could go select those, then do add divisions to edge. And then we can go 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Nope, we want 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because it adds 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. Okay. So, and they line up correctly with the height, which is good. That's actually really nice, so we don't have to adjust those. But let's open up the script editor. Poly subdivide edge is what that looks like. And tell me how many? I'm guessing DV is 1. Let me pull up the documentation for Maya. So Maya LT. All right. So let's go to poly divide edge. Was that what it was? Or is it subdivide? There we go. So this is the command we're going to be using. And then we want DV divisions. Okay, good. So, pull back Maya. Let's pull this back over here. And we will take a look at... So we're going to want to use this. Okay. Okay. So if this is the case, we're going to need to use that. But we're going to have to use math to get these indices. Because of course we will. Although we'll only do it for the one. Okay. I'm a little worried that maybe Maya Mel scripting isn't the best thing to do on the stream. I don't think many people like it. I've had a couple of people tune in and then tune out. So it might be too boring a concept. Or it could just be that they're seeing a bunch of scripts and UIs and they're like, man, this looks terrible. But who knows? So, this is going to be tough. So we're going to say count, not copunt, count minus 1 is going to be our division amount. Okay. And then we'll want to do select index. So 31, I'm going to move this over to the left. So this side was 31, which gives us 2, 5, this is going to be 8, yep, 11, 14, 17, 20, 23, 26, 29, 32. Really? So this was 30. This side was 31. This was 32. Okay. So we start at edge 2 and then work our way up by 3 each step. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, that would work. So it'd be count times 2. Okay. So it's going to be count times 2 times 3. That gives us our select index for the face that we need to actually, or for the edge that we need to subdivide. Okay. But, actually I did this backwards. I don't know if that's what we want to do. So, in reality, what we would probably do is have, let's see if we can get lucky with this. So we'd select this face, which is a single polygon face, and then let's go to, oh, not merge faces to center. Let's go to edge. Ah, crap, really? Oh, this is going to be tough. Tough. Let's go to face, select that face, and then can I subdivide the face? Oh, wow, that was just horrendous. Oh, man! Wow, that did not do what I wanted at all. Really? So I guess multi-cutting, maybe? Oh man, that sucks. Multi-cut tool does not give me good tools to work with here. So, we have our staircase. I'm trying to find a way that won't require me to basically subdivide the edges and then try to connect them, because I'll have to subdivide those connected edges as well to actually get what we need. And that's not a good thing. That's too complicated. It would be frustrating. So we select our side. Maybe try multi-cut. No. Not gonna work. Let's see, what else do we have? Merge faces to center, smooth faces. Why can't I do... So, add divisions to face. So let's try adding 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 divisions. Oh my god, what the heck? That is not even close to... I don't even know what it's doing there. You'd think that 4 division... Oh, you know what, actually, hold on. Fancy. Let me guess. Yeah. So it divides into 4 quads for each quadrant, and then it divides into 4 more quads for each one of those quadrants, which is terrible. So we don't want that. So there has to be another option then. Can't really quadrangulate faces, I don't think. Nope, that's not going to work. Let's see, connect components, maybe? No, that's probably not actually going to do anything either. Reduce faces, bridge faces. Duplicate, transform component, connect tool, target weld tool. Okay. Is there another tool we could use? Because, I mean, if we go to edge, and then, oh, stop it, edge mode. Really? It's still using the face command. That's frustrating. So we can't do multi-cut. Well, I guess we're going to do the fun thing then. So we're going to have to subdivide these edges, and then try to connect these components as best we can, then subdivide those components and try to connect them vertically or horizontally, whichever way I decide to go second. Ugh. Of course it can't be easy. Why would it be? Alright. So let's go ahead and move this back then. see what we're doing. So that means that we're going to need, this will select the edge that needs to be subdivided. So we're going to say select R stair1 dot E select index. That will select the appropriate stair edge, which actually I don't need because I just realized that we specify this here. So we can just do $sign select index. Okay, so it's going to tell it to subdivide that edge. And next, this is going to be fun. We're going to need to do a for loop and subdivide those components that get generated. So I'm going to cancel this. So we're going to want to do this. We're going to want to copy this basically, and move this over here. Okay. And I'm not sure what that's going to end up doing for my. Oops. Hold on. Oh, come on. Yeah. So I actually want to move this up here. I was working in the left field. I want to do this on the right side. So this goes up here. Okay. So now I'm going to need that. Okay, fine. Be that way. Copy this here. All right. So I'm going to have to connect our components, but it's not going to be as simple as saying count times 4. Give me a second. Let's go to vertice. Selected 5. Really? Vertex 3. That must be vertex 2. Yep. It's hard to do this stuff from memory. Because it's basically just trying to mathematically calculate out which vertices you're going to need. So that's 7. So why am I saying count times 4 plus... Oh, because... Right. No, that makes sense. So this is 3. And we'd go count times 4. Our count would be 5. So 5 times 4 would be 20. So this one should be 23. Yep, right there. All right, hooray for math. So that gives us the... Originally, this was going to be the single point down here at the corner that we would connect to, but we don't want that anymore. We don't need that. Instead... So let's see. So this is still 5, correct? Yep. 5 plus I times 4. Yep. Okay. So... I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick. So this will give us a broken staircase, but it will give us an idea of what we want to have happen. So let's run this, set that to be sliced, no tops or bottoms, excuse me. Hit create. We got an error, which was no objects match the name stair1e. Ah! That was me being stupid. Temp stair1. Object mode, let's delete that. Let's run this again. Have it in sliced mode, hit create. Oh, come on. Where is that even happening? Oh, let me guess it's down here. Yeah, okay. Yarg. Try this again. Play. Go to sliced. Don't need to extrude tops or bottoms. And then let's hit create. Okay. So we should have a subdivided edge here, and we don't have a subdivided edge here. Why do we not have a subdivided edge here? Really? That's curious. Why do I not have a subdivided edge? Hmm. Well, should be 32 because I subdivided the wrong edge. Yep, that was stupid. Hold on. It should be 2, right? This should be 32. Count times 2 would be 5 times 2, which is 10 times 3 plus 2. Okay. So let me do 2 plus all of that. Okay. Delete this. Try running this again. Sliced. No extrusions on top or bottom. Hit create. Edge. There we go. That's doing what I want. Okay. So let's go to vertex. It still subdivided. Oh, because it's doing so for the left. That's crap. Hold on. I would prefer not to have those vertices cluttering up my count. So let's run this again. Uncheck, select, hit create. Alright, so now we can go to edge. It's just these. Let's go to vertex. What vertex is, what's this one? 21. Is this 24? It is. So is this. Okay. So, joy, joy, joy. Kind of gets screwed over there. Give me a second. I'm trying to figure out how to do this with the least amount of recursive edge calculating as possible. So this is 21, 23, 24, 5, 6, 7. I don't like that. I almost would prefer to actually extrude this multiple times if the stair type has been set to be sliced. I would actually prefer that that be the case. Boy. Okay. So let's try doing that then. So instead of slicing these faces, let's go ahead and go up to here. Extrude the edges. So here's the back. Okay. So here we're going to say switch face type case whatever break case whatever break. So we have minimal face slice face. And then copy this. We will paste this down here. Okay. Now we can just move this into minimal phase. All right. Same thing with this. Just move that into minimal phase. Because sliced face is going to be different. Slice faced is going to be frustrating. Yep, I need all of that. So we're going to need to say 4. Let's see, I would need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 4. int I equals 0, I is less than count, I plus plus. All right. And then we'll say, oh, I guess I already have an I value. All right. Then, really? Yeah, right there. Interesting. Okay. I guess I'll just say I instead of int I. So I equals 0, I is less than count, blah, blah, blah. Then we'll have a dollar, I'm sorry, int dollar index equals I for the moment. That will be fine. Let's change this to just be index. And we're going to want to change that to height. Except it's going to be negative height. Alright. So index, this is going to be tough. So it's going to be back index plus I times 3. I think. I really hope. We'll find out. Actually, you know what? Here, let me go to edge. 27, 30. Is this 33? Yep. Okay, good. So times 3. So we'll start out at 0 because back index is 3 times count times 2, which would be 10 times 3, which is 30. That gives us this edge. Then we'll extrude that once, extrude that, extrude that, extrude that, etc., etc., etc. So that should give us our extrusion counts. The problem is that now I have to basically keep track of the number of correct edges. This is not great. Excuse me. Okay. So that should at least extrude our face down. I kind of want to just have like an offset value. So we would have like a hint left offset. No. It's too difficult to try and keep track of that. So let's see. Extrude edges, add sides. So that's the back. And now we basically need to do the same thing. Okay. So this to there. Select index. Oh, that's curious. I'm not using select index then, am I? No. Okay, good. So let's see. So this select index is going to be back index plus, what was it, I times 3, which would be count times 3, I believe. Okay. And then okay, so this is where things get a little interesting. So select R to replace it. Temp star1 dot e. Select index. And then I guess I don't even need to do that because I'm just going to be extruding these edges. So I can do this. Paste that. Let's see. Index is going to be. I guess I can just change this. Oh, jeez. So actually, I want to. Oh, that's so nasty. I want to extrude the faces. I want to extrude the faces. Not as many times as count, but one less than count, because then I need to bridge the last one with the original. Ah, jeez. Of course. Okay. Jeez, that's nasty. Okay. Let's see. Twist, taper, thickness, smoothing angle, depth. Okay. Now my question is, it's not going to be going in the right way, which is unfortunate. Ugh, excuse me. Let's see. TLZ. That's never good. Maybe it automatically calculates it out. I don't know. I'm curious to see what happens. Oh, look at that. It's already got a huge error. Hate it when I do that. Come on. Hey. Cannot win. Select index. What? Why is that a syntax error? Unless index is already declared, that shouldn't be a syntax error. Select index. Select index plus I times 3. It's all fine. Well, it's probably something stupid that I did. Let's go to 269. Let's see, what do we got? Index equals. Okay. Back index. Back index not exist? No, it does. It's right there. Okay. Give me a second here. 10 to 1, I've used an ampersand or something instead of a dollar sign. I don't know. This could be anything stupid. I is less than count. I plus plus. Index equals back index plus I times 3. I really wish that it gave me more helpful errors than syntax error. Because I don't know. The only thing I can think is that index has already been declared. That is the only thing that I can guess. I don't know where it would have been declared. Because it should not have been. Index. So right there, I declare it. back index. I is less than count. I plus plus. It's gonna be a huge slap in the face when I find it. Well, going to bet. Line 269. Why? Why is this like this? Back index, which is an int, plus I. Why is it doing this? Times 3. I don't understand. Semicolons equal. Let's try this again. Okay, same thing. That's what I expected. Okay, well, you're being stupid, so we're gonna do this. Int index equals 0. Let's see if it complains then. It does not. So it was something. Dang it! I know what it was. Of course, parenthesis. Friggin' of course. Seriously, Mel needs better scripting tips than that. Sliced. I don't even know how extrusion. Let's hit create. Okay. Yeah, that would be what I was worried about. We just ended up going backwards. Oof. That's horrendous. Okay. Right. Okay. I think we want actually. So instead of this, I think we want LTY. I think. Let's try this. Sliced, uncheck, uncheck. Okay. Of course. Man. So for a moment we're correct. Then we're just completely wrong. So give me a second. We're going to do our old tried and true method of comment out everything past what we need. So we want to just do our back basically. Oh, good. Delete our sides. Don't care about UV map generation. Don't care about collision objects. Okay. I think that's fine. Let's go ahead and do that. Get rid of cancel clicked as well. Okay, so check uncheck, sliced. Okay, so that selects 5 faces. That means they're going back and forth. Ah! Of course they are. all the way up here. Okay. So let's not extrude that. So I'm going to delete this, run this, sliced, check all these, hit create. Then we're going to move this over, move this over. All right. So now we're looking at, that should be edge 30. Okay, so let's right click, extrude edge. It's Z. Should be -1. All right. Now, select that again, right click, extrude edge. So that one, we are changing the Y to be 1. Okay, Jesus, really? So we have to, the first one is local Z, and then every subsequent one after that is local Y, because of course it is. Because of course it is. So, let's delete that. Let's close this. Let me move this back over here. Okay. So we can still keep this. But the question here is, if I equals 0, else. Okay. So this is Z. And then this is Y from then on. So let's try running this. Sliced, no extrusions, hit create. So it ended up going back and forth. Because of course it did. Because I can't ever have anything nice. So let's change this to be positive height. Delete this. Let's run this again. Sliced, check, check. Great. Ah, there we go. That's what we wanted. So now it already has these sliced out, and the edge count will be correct. Oy. So now we can do, actually before we do that, let's go ahead and say edge, select this, extrude edge, local Z is going to be -1, alright, extrude edge, it's going to be the exact same thing, great. Okay. Let's go to object mode, create that, hit delete. Alright. So let's grab that, comment everything else out. If I equals 0, and else why does it insist on doing that to me? Poly extrude edge. So the first one's going to be Z, the next one is going to be Y, and it is going to be positive depth. Alright, so let's run this. Let's move this over here so we can see everything. Sliced, extrude, oh good. Good, 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 good. Because of course it did. Delete this, let's close this. That means that I just gotta change this back to being negative depth, I believe. At least I thought that that was the case. Give me a second. Run that. Sliced. No extrusions. There we go. That's what I want, and then I would have to bridge these two together, like that. Oy. Okay, so that's going to give us our outline, but it's not going to give us our sides. So let me go ahead and go back here. Alright, and then we're going to need to do basically this. Okay. So select index is going to equal... let's just say select index plus count minus 1 times 3. Okay. And then we select our index. Select index is 0. Okay, so this should, if we run this, this should create the complete outline as we want it. So slice, extrude. Alright, good. Now we go into object mode, everything's there. Make sure that these guys are actually correctly connected. Okay, good. So now the challenge is going to be that we have to fill this hole. And then we'll have to basically connect everything. Well, let's get on that. Won't be too bad, I don't think. Let's pull this over. Okay. So let's just work on the right side for now. We'll do the left later. So right. So clear our selection. Okay. Index equals 2 times I plus 3. Crap. I think we're going to want to do this. Int right edge count equals 0. This stuff. Right edge count equals 0. We'll just say if minimal face is the thing, then we're going to say right edge count equals count. Right. Trying to figure. Actually, it probably should be this. And if it's sliced face, it's going to be right edge count equals 0. And we'll just say right edge count is what we want to be our limit here. Okay. So we're going to have to say, count, instead of count times 2, it's going to be count times 4, I believe. I believe that's correct. So, equals count times 4. I don't know if we need the plus 4 or not. I'll do it just in case. Plus 4. try playing this. And I'm not going to close the border for now. I'm going to check to make sure that it's got all the correct edges. Slice. Let's get rid of this. Create, and did not select anything even remotely close to what I wanted. Okay. I guess we will. Oh, hold on. Map. That was stupid. There we go. Forgot that it cleared it. So cancel this. Let's run this. Let's go no extrusions. Sliced. Create. Okay. So that selects all of the edges appropriately. I am going to go ahead and test getting rid of +4 real quick and see if I still need it. So we can delete this, cancel this, run this, no extrusions, sliced, create. Okay, so I don't need the +4. That is good. So we'll hit cancel here, and then we'll go ahead and uncomment out poly close border. Run this one more time, and now we should actually get a closed border. Nice. So there's our face with our correct divides on the back and the bottom. Okay. So now we have the very, 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 very fun task of basically connecting these. So we're going to connect those, connect those, connect those, and then connect those. And then we have to subdivide these faces. So let's see. 59, 60, oh joy. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, this is going to be terrible. Okay, give me a second. Let's, instead of doing that, oh, not face. Let's divide that, connect that, then divide this. Then connect these guys, then subdivide it. So 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we'll have to actually start bridging things vertically. Or connecting components vertically, which is just a nightmare. If we go to vertex mode, you'll see that everything's not connected right now. Oh man. Oh man. Mathematical nightmare. Because things just couldn't get simple. Of course I had to make things complicated on myself. Let's see. 10-to-1 says that I'm also doing this in the most horrendously inefficient way possible. Because like I said, I was hoping that I would be able to just like cut faces. I would be able to just cut faces, huh? Face. No. We have a tool for this. Give me a second. There's a tool that I completely forgot about. Mesh. Windows. No, no, no. Come on. There's a way to do this. We know where it is. Or we know it's in there. We need to insert edge loop. Although that... I'm actually curious. Poly split ring. It doesn't tell me anything, does it? Dang. Yeah, that's not doing anything for me. Go figure. Well, crap. There should be a freaking... There's a way to do cuts on faces. I know it. I've done it before. Why can't I remember where to do it? It's not like a multi-cut tool. Or yes, it is. Hmm. Let's look at polycut. Because I firmly believe in something I was told a long time ago, which is a good artist is a lazy artist. So I should not have to do complex mathematical equations on the level of doing basically inverted counting to try and get everything to match up correctly. That's terrible. So polycut is undoable. Splits a mesh or set of polygon spaces along a plane. The position and orientation of the plane can be adjusted with the appropriate flags. That's what we want is position. Extract offset. Cut faces will be extracted. We don't need to do that. Cut plane center. Exposition of the cutting plane. There we go. That's what we want. This will be a lot easier. So let's try this before we go into like really, really nasty advanced mathematical stuff. I won't delete the math for now. Excuse me. And we'll keep the back and bottom stuff for now, I think. That should be fine. Because that all works. We'll just change how right is working. And actually, if that's the case, have I even done anything yet that would warrant getting rid of that? Slice, create, cancel, minimize. Oh good, it's right there. Okay, so I haven't even done anything worthwhile yet. That was just me free-handing it. Okay. So now we'll be doing this. Okay. So did I delete this? No, I did not. So we're looking at, of course my script editor went away, so I can't see very well. So we're looking at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This should be 12. Why is this face 20? Ah! I lied. So this is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yep. And then 20. Okay. So basically count times 4. That's good to know. So select index equals count times 4. Select R temp stair 1 dot crap, was it face? I think it's just dot F. Select index. Okay. So once we have that, we can start doing our polycut tool. And okay. So let's see. We'll do CD. So we'll go horizontally first, and then we'll go vertical. So we'll say CD X, correct? I guess it's capital X. So that gives us our cut direction, which we want it to be the Y and X axis, correct? I believe. Let me read that correctly. I'll cut the axis, the object along the YZ plane, cutting through the center of the bounding block. I guess we want Y actually. Okay. Cut plane center. Okay. So that was what? PCY. PCY 1 for now. So we would actually change this. And we would say for I equals 0, I is less than 1, 2, 3, 4. So count minus 1. I plus plus. I'll have it start at the bottom, I suppose. Let's see. So we're going to have float y pose equals 1 plus I times 1. Y pose. Let's see. No rotation is necessary. Okay. So we are going to want to specify temp stair1.f. I'm just going to go ahead and say index. Select index plus I suppose. Okay. So let's try running this, see what happens. Extrusions. Ooh, so close. Why did it come out like that? So this one should go to here. This one should go to here. This one should go to here. It's the correct number of cuts, but it's not correct positioning. Let's see. Um. Hmm. No, that doesn't make sense. Oh, I really hope that y is not like a local coordinate. Because knowing my luck, it would be. Let's see, so PC. Hmm. Okay, so I'm going to try this real quick. I'm going to do this once, then immediately break out of it. I'd like to see where the first cut is. Right there. That's hardly correct. Yeah. What position even is that? It's a 2. It's not even 1, it's at 2. So our position should be 1 plus I times 1. Should start at 0, which means that our first cut should be at position 1. I have no idea why it's so strange. Huh. It basically divides it in half. Oh. It basically divides it in half. That's probably not good. Okay. I must be forgetting something. rotation needed. So you can see right there, it looks like the first mel example here. They don't specify a Y position, so it's going to cut it in half. But we did specify a Y position, PCY, correct? Let's see. PCY. Pull over. So yeah, PCY. Maybe let's see if they have a specific one here. Bottom half is. Okay, what was EF? Extract faces. No. Okay, so is it contextual? Do I need to specify position before I specify direction? That'd be weird. Try running that. Let's go to here, delete this, sliced, create. No, didn't matter. Didn't think so, but you never know. It's worth a shot. Okay, so what's even the point of being able to specify a Y position? Unless Y position isn't a float, maybe? It's linear value. I mean, surely I don't have to make it a linear. Do I use floats anywhere else? I don't think I do, actually. I do, for depth. That seems to work. Here, let me check out polyplane then. Save that. Yeah, it's just linear, so I should be able to use floats. Why does polycut not work? A lot of and hawing, like I knew it would be tonight. Okay. Polycut CD. Oh, wait, hold on. My index wrong. No. It's not. Yeah. Doesn't even make sense. What's the point of having a position Y cut if you can't specify the actual position? That's not right. You know what? I'm going to hard code this. Tell it Y position is just 1. Let's try this. No extrusions, sliced. Okay, so nothing I do is going to change that value, which is very, very frustrating. Because I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, well. correct index at least. Because it seems like it just always cuts the face in half. When we weren't breaking out of the loop immediately, it just subsequently broke, it broke each subsequent face into half, basically, which is not what we want. Okay. So let me look this up real quick. Let's see. Hmm. Maybe I'm reading that wrong. Y position of the cutting plane. That's all we really care about for this, but for some reason it doesn't seem to actually do anything with it. Let's take a look at Python. Maybe I have to declare the entire center all at once. Not ideal, but it's fine. So what was it? PC, I think? Yeah. So let's just say PC 0, Y position 0. That's fine. Hit A. Try that out. Care about that? Nope. Dang it. Let's check the Python. Go figure. So Python looks like it can specify, but actually I wonder. No. Okay. I wasn't sure if we could pass polycut like a function and give it its parameters. But it doesn't look like that's the way to do it. Let's go for Mel. I'm going to try something else too. 0.25. Well, I'm actually kind of relieved. I was worried that it was going to be local positioning, but it's not. This could be useful. See, it's annoying because it looks like they're passing their correct values, but for some reason we don't get that. Doesn't make sense. Um, just out of curiosity, I'm also going to do this. X. Well, aren't you curious? Actually, no, that makes sense. I lied. It's not as impressive as, or not as strange as I would have thought. Let's make this Z. It's because it's flat, and I was trying to cut along a flat surface. So let me try this. Should get me more in line with what I was expecting. Yep. Ugh! It's always half. Why is it always half? It's always half. Okay. Ah, excuse me. Okay. So that should be Y. The problem is that PC just doesn't seem to be doing it. Why not? Here, let me do the full command. And again, I'll move it up to the front. I don't think it will matter, but why does it do that? We're really, really close. If we can just get this one thing to work, everything else would fall in place. But for some reason, I can't specify it. Okay. That's Python. Hello, Narcos versus Zombies. I'm doing very well. I'm currently trying to figure out why a stupid mel command isn't working. But aside from that, I'm doing well. How about you? Hopefully better than me, because this is driving me slowly, slowly insane. Let's see. This polycut. Hmm. Let's see. Cut plane center. seems you have to specify extraction points too. Because I love that the Mel examples they provide are useless. They don't do anything even slightly advanced. They just leave it up to chance. You'd think that they would think to specify that. Faces should be extracted or not. Specify if cut faces should be deleted or not. Extract offset of which cut faces will be extracted. No, extract offset. Offset cut faces will be extracted. Turn off. Don't need to worry about that. Cutting direction. Let's see. Value of Z. Yeah, that's all fine. Cut plate center, which I have specified, but does not seem to want to work. And then rotation, which I don't need. I prefer not to even have to worry about it. Cut plane size. Height. This flag's ignored. Of course it is. Okay, determine how to evaluate. Blah blah blah. Doesn't seem to be working properly though. Let's see. Let's see. Looks like this is probably Python. I'm seeing a lot of open close parentheses, which is not what we need. So it's weird because everyone else is doing exactly what I'm trying to do, and it's working for them. So currently, what we're doing is crap. Currently, what we're trying to do is we're trying to basically cut this face several times so that we can have a sliced side. That way we can do texturing a lot easier. But for some reason, if I delete this, go to, let's run this. I've added the option basically to specify what type of side you would like. So if I hit create here, this is what our old one did, and it's still going to have that option where it's using the least amount of quads possible. But I would like to have the option to basically allow you to slice horizontally and vertically to give you more control over UVs. But I can't get the stupid polycut tool to work. It's not cooperating with me. So that's what I'm currently trying to figure out. Why won't it work? Cut plane center, which I can shorten to PC again. Right? Yep. Dash PC. X. They're using floats, just like I am. It's just driving me crazy. Because it should be working, and it should be a very, very, very simple thing. 10 to 1 says that it's just me being stupid and doing something slightly wrong. But I have no idea what it is. PC 0, Y position 0, and Y position right now is hard-coded to be 0.25, but it keeps cutting at 2. CD is the direction for the cut, which is Y, so it's along the Z and X axis, which is what we want. You're streaming while watching the stream? Okay. Well, you're much better at multitasking than I am. I am not that skilled. Come on, why isn't this working? So, this is it's going to be such a small thing, I bet, and it's going to be something really, really stupid with Mel that's preventing me from doing this. Why can't I find it? just painting some frames of an animation. Well, alright, if it's nothing too intensive, I suppose. Though depending on your art style, that could be hectic. So what's EO again? I know I don't need EF. EO extract off, then I don't need that at all either. I assume I don't need to specify EF to be true or to be false. All right. So, this is driving me slowly insane. Poly CF. 0 EF CD polycut. Why is it doing this? I also love that the examples they provide in the Maya documentation doesn't use all of their own stupid tags. So it doesn't show you how you could be doing something wrong. It's just like, hey, it sucks to be you. Art is pretty simple. Besides, I'm just painting an explosion, so it doesn't need that much of a painting job. Some solid colors. Well, that's nice. You have sort of like a garage style, or is it more of a? Trying to think. Sprite, I suppose. More of like a 16-bit or higher sprite count. Polycut. Face index. So it's cutting, and it's cutting in the right direction. The only problem is the stupid positioning. Why is the positioning not working? That's what's very frustrating about it. Just some solid colors? Okay. That's not too bad then. I'm assuming that in that case the shape is the more central figure if you're just using solid colors. So, position. I'm gonna say not working. I hate typing that, but it doesn't seem to not properly work. Excuse me. Won't cut. It's not a problem with not cutting. Oh, you don't? Okay. Extrusions. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think this is the correct problem. Specify Y. Let's see if we can. Hey. Let's see. Snap to it, blah, 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 blah. Here we go. Or not. That was not anything that was useful to me. Blah. I hate trying to find small stuff like this. It's very hard to describe. If I cut center. working. Cut faces tool. Oh, this sounds promising. Ha! Okay. That's why. Who designed this? It's still, that's Python, which is problematic, but no. Cutting direction overwrites the cutting rotate plane and defaults to the center. So what, CD should be first? This is Python, but Python should, the concepts of Python should still somewhat be applicable to Mel. So let's try moving CD to be first again. But it didn't work then either, so I don't know why it would work now. PC 0, Y position 0. I could say, or I could run this. Excuse me. Create. Still not correct. So regardless of whether it's... Yeah, it wouldn't be so bad if it made sense. Like if it was an oversight on my part somehow. And I'm sure that it is, but I mean, there's just... I can't find any documentation pointing to anything saying I'm using it wrong. It seems to be correct. It's just not... Let's see, look at this. So this looks like something... by a random point in the bounding box? That doesn't make sense. Jeez, this should not be so difficult. For Mel, on top of that. Oh, you know what? There. Let's try this. See, look at that. No. One. That's what I want it to do, but it's not doing it! Why is that stupid? This is my LT 2016! Why is it so stupid? That's very, very frustrating. See, but it's you see, you laugh, but it's not like knowing that I can adjust the node itself does not actually do me any good, because I would prefer not to have to do a polycut and then immediately after that adjust the polycut's values. I should not have to do that because it doesn't make sense. You know what? Let's try this. Actually, you know what? Here, let me comment this out, and then I'm going to go ahead and so I'm going to get rid of CD, and then specify, I think, RO -9000, I believe is what I want. Yeah, cut, plane, rotate. Okay. I'm going to try this and see if that works. Okay, so let's delete this. Sliced, no extrusions, create. Yes! Ah, now I feel good. Now I feel good. Is that the correct spot, though? Yes! Because it's at 0.25. Ha ha! I win. Now we can laugh together. That makes me happy. Of course, it's really, really frustrating that they don't point out in their documentation, hey, if you use the cut direction, none of your other crap will matter. So, that would be nice to know. Okay. Jeez. Let me see. I'm going to need height divided by 2 plus I times height, I believe, is what I want for this. Okay, so now I'm going to try running this again. And it'll break out right away, which is fine. Minimize this. Let's delete this. Sure, top and bottom, go to slice, hit create. Good. Now I'm curious though. Will these vertices be different? They are different. Ooh, that's going to be tough. Can I do this? Select everything. Merge vertices. That's nice. I can just select everything and then have them automatically merge. So I won't worry about that then. So, that makes me so happy. So now, I should be able to actually do this. Delete that. Cut all of that. I don't need any of this subdivide edge crap anymore, which is very nice. And then if I run all of this, uncheck this, go to slice, hit create, minimize this. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Face. Oh no. It's 20. Oh no. It does that. Yeah, okay. So, we gotta change the way that we count. Let's delete this. So right now we count from 0 up, but we should actually be counting in reverse. Minus, minus. As long as it's greater than or equal to 0, and it is equal. Well, excuse me. So it would be 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so minus 2. So try running this. Minimize, sliced, no extrusions, hit create. Oh dear, that's still not quite correct. Of course. So the way that Maya handles naming faces is screwing me up here. So we have 21. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Hold on, let me think. So I actually want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I equals count minus 2. Count is 5 by default. So 5 minus 2 would be 3. And as long as it's greater than or equal to 0, it will keep going. So we would start at 3. We iterate once down to 2. We'd iterate once down to 1. We'd iterate once down to 0. And then we would be done. That's 4 times. That does it what I want, but it's missing 2 of the middle. That's not. It's not great. So it's cutting them. Polycut 1 is at 3.5, at 2.5. Maybe the positioning is off. Maybe that's why. Cut 1, cut 2. It looks like it should be there, but I'm not seeing it. Cut 3, cut 1. Freaking, really? Come on, work with me here. Huh. Okay, so we solved one problem only to run into another one, which is dealing with Maya's stupid naming conventions. Maybe I don't need to have this selected. Save this because it's been a while. Okay. It's weird that it's not cutting. Oh, and also actually, no, that's fine. Temp stair one index is equal to select. Ah, that. There's our problem. Oh, good. We're caught between a rock and a hard place. So we're doing indexes select index plus I, and since our I does not start at 0 anymore, it means that we have to do some sort of inverted math here, and say count minus 2 minus I. I think that's what we want. Yes, I think that's what we want. So let's try this again. Let's delete this. Don't need to extrude top. Go to slice, hit create. That didn't quite work. Now did it? Polycut 1, Polycut 2, Polycut 3, and of course Polycut 4. They're all set to be the right size. But whoa, triangles are okay. Here, I'm gonna do this. Print index plus new line. So face. Run all of that again. Minimize this. Let's go back over here. Hit delete. I need to extrude. Let's go to slice. Let's create. So we're looking at 20, 21, 22, and 23, which is what we want, because we should have 20, 21, 22, 23. And we'd have 24 left over. But the problem is, it seems to be stopping, because, let me guess, that's 21. Jeez. You kidding me? It's being stupid with how it's doing this. Okay. I'm going to do this. Copy this for loop. Paste it down here. Comment this out. We're going to make I start at 0 again. All right. Now let's run. Sliced. Don't need to extrude this. Let me guess. This is 20 now. Jesus. It. I don't know how Maya decides to name its faces, but also I apologize for yelling in people's headphones. But jeez. It's naming the faces in the opposite way I want them to. So if I try to come in from the top and cut them, then it names the topmost face 21 and the bottom one 20, which means that whenever I try to cut further down into 21, it won't do it. So do I have to basically... Okay, let me try this again. I think I know a way to do this. Okay. Why they did such stupid... Are you kidding me? That's fine. Let's try this again. Slice, extract all that, create. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Let me guess. 20. I'm sorry, 21, 20, 22. Okay, I'm gonna get a hernia from this. Or an ulcer, that'd be better. So, yeah. Look at that. Jeez, why is it so stupid? Okay, I don't know how it determines this. Is it... Okay, I'm gonna look this up. I'm actually really curious. Uh, determine face index when cutting. Meh. I'm just curious. Here we go. How are polysplit face indices determined? If I have a polygon with only one face, face 0, and I split the polygon into two pieces, I would like to predict which part of the split face will remain face 0 and which one becomes face 1. This is what I want to know. I would want to determine which face remains 0 and which one becomes face 2. The method Maya uses to determine how faces are indexed after a polysplit is based on the direction of the cut. If the direction of the cut is considered the up vector, then the face on the left side of it will retain its index, while the face on the right side will receive the new value. I'm not quite sure how exactly the indexing works when one face is polysplit into more than two pieces, but I think it starts on the left of the up vector, then indexes the face to the right. then looks for the next face to the left of the up vector and so forth. Okay, so that's... I don't think I quite get that. I don't quite comprehend what... I think I have a rough idea, but I would like to see one more possible explanation. 10 to 1 says that's the only one I get. Okay. So... move this over a little bit. This is 21, 20, 22. It seems I can't win. Because Maya keeps... I'm struggling real hard. While you're just chilling with... You're tracing. Shame on you. Although I guess if you drew it out ahead of time and then you're just redrawing it in digital format, that's different. But yeah. Well, the problem is I shouldn't be struggling on this, but Maya is so frustratingly stupid with how it names things. It's not as simple as I would prefer. Because it doesn't seem like there's a logical... Well, there has to be a logical way for them to name things, but it seems odd to me. So in this case... Because it's not consistent. I'm making cuts. So I'd expect if I make the bottom cut, the very most bottom run cut there, then the bottom face will be face 20, and the face above that will be face 21. Then when I make another cut, the bottom face of those cuts would be 21, and the top face would be 22, and so on and so on. But it doesn't seem to be doing that. Instead, when I make that bottom cut, the top face is 20, the bottom face is 21. Then when I make another cut, the bottom face is 20, and the top face is 22. So it's not a predictable model that I can guess. If I knew exactly what was doing it, I think it would be easier, but I don't know how they calculate out the indice value. So I'm just kind of stuck guessing here. I honestly don't know. Well, and you shouldn't feel too bad about this. This is one of those really, really satisfying programming challenges where after I solve it, I'm going to basically go outside and scream and be like, yes, I'm a programming god! Despite the fact that I haven't even really done much. But I feel like it. I feel like I've warranted that boast, even if it's not true. Wish you could know about that. Oh, I thought you were going to say about the hubris of screaming that you're a programming god. I'm like, yeah, you probably shouldn't want to do that. Um, yeah, it's I don't know. It's definitely worthwhile to learn. Although I do find it funny that I'm programming in a 3D modeling tool. Just because I'm trying to figure out easier ways to generate staircases. And I could have done this all by hand in like 5 minutes, but I'm so lazy that I will do as much work as possible to not do work. Um, but it's like anything else. Picking it up at first is really, really terrifying, and then afterwards, as long as you stick with it, you'll eventually get it. Ugh, excuse me. God, I've been doing this for 2.5 hours and I haven't gotten anywhere. That's a lie. I did learn some good tips, but there's stuff that Maya should have in their own documentation that they don't. Okay. So it It's nonsensical how they do their naming, which is problematic. Because I'm going to go to polycut 1, polycut 2. Huh. It's still just that. Okay. Maybe I would really rather not have to do this, but I wonder if these extra vertices are throwing everything off. Because I could see that happening. So let me look for Mel. Select all vertices. Spelled vertices wrong. Okay. So I'm going to get this. So basically what this is going to be doing is every time I make a cut, I'm going to reevaluate all of my faces, or all of my vertices, and merge them together. So count equals polyevaluate v. Tip stair 1. Select. Select temp stair 1 dot vtx 0 colon. Well, I also don't want to call that count. Call this vtx count. Vtx count minus 1. So have R to replace everything. And then we will do this. Come on, work with me here. Go to vertex, select everything, merge vertices. Okay. Okay, so we'll do polymerge vertex. I don't even need select anymore. Okay, I think that will give me everything I need. Except that doesn't seem right to me. Hold on. Ah, right. I was going to say I need to specify this as count 0 because it's an array. Okay, so I think if we run this, maybe we'll have better results. Sliced, no extrusions at the top. Okay, it's still junk. But oh, good, it didn't actually solve everything. Why not? Or it did? That doesn't make sense. That's not right here. What the heck? Oh that's because they're not merged properly. That's worrying. So I have an edge here. I only have one edge, but it's going straight through. There should be two edges. Because now it's an n-gon without it. Not that it matters. That didn't actually solve my problem. So I think I'm just going to comment that out. So our problem, again, becomes... it doesn't want to change anything. Oh my god. So let me go to face mode. 21, 20, 22, because it loves to make me mad. Of course. Why does it want to do this? It's very, very strange. Let's see, polycut. Let me reread that description. Maybe I can get some. So, let's see. Let's see. The method Maya uses to determine how faces are indexed after a poly split is based on the direction of the cut. Okay, so if our cut is rotated -90 degrees in the x-axis, it's considered the up vector. Then the face on the left side of it will retain its index. The face on the right side will receive the new value. Okay. Okay. So, when we rotate -90 degrees, that's not correct. That is not correct. I'm going to try something. Let's go back here. Let's change this to +90. See what happens. Let's run this. Sliced. Great. We still got 1. So is this 20? This is 21 now. Okay. Okay. Wait for it. Oh, we're doing well. We're doing better. 20, 1, 2, 3. Yes! Got it! So it was the way that we were rotating our line, basically. We wanted to rotate it in the positive direction so that it forces our counter to always move up, as opposed to like zigzagging back and forth. So now, cancel, delete this, object mode, delete this. I guess this actually should be -1. Play this, sliced, create. Yeah, yeah, right. Making progress. Okay. So now, let's get rid of all of this. I don't need this. Oh, actually, you know what? We will want this script. Move this up here for now. Move all of this. That. Okay. So this is our rotating blah 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 blah. Y position. So we can get rid of this. Don't need that. Okay. So now we're going to have to do another for loop. It's basically the same thing. And this time, it's going to be Z positioning. And Z positioning. Our rotation would be positive. Let me think. Rotation. I think we want Y, X. We still want 90? I think we can just leave it like. Oh, no, 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 no. It's 0 and then 90 for the Z axis, right? I was thinking of it the wrong way. Okay. So here. Crap. Here comes the challenging part. I actually am going to have nested loops here. I have to cut each face. No. No, I don't. I can do this. Okay. Max index equals 0. So we're going to want to do min index colon max index. Okay. And then I think we want to basically say this is gonna be brutal. Okay. So first off, Z position is going to be depth. Straight up depth, not divided by 2. Plus I times depth, I believe. I think what I actually want to do is do this. Count minus 1 minus I. Okay. And then I think that's what I want. Let's run this. Oh, look at that, max. There we go. I mislabeled it. That. Extrude sliced. Damn. What happened? Hmm. Hold on. That. This. Okay. It's being difficult here. Polycut 5. It's not telling me why it didn't cut. Only thing is that it looks like it just didn't for some reason. Oh, meh, because I'm cutting 0 and 0. Yeah, that was me being stupid. Okay. So this is going to be select index. And then this will be select index plus count, I believe. So count plus or minus 1. Okay. But this one's actually going to have to change. Plus. No. No, 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 no. This one is. This one's going to have to change. I. Okay. I think this is what we want. I will save actually. Oh no. I thought for a second that it froze, and I'm like, no, all my progress. Scripts, stairs tool, save that. Okay, let's try this again. Hit play. Sliced. Create. No, dear. Well, that didn't quite go the way I wanted. No, it's. I have mixed feelings about this. Oh, can you hear me? Sorry, was my mic wasn't turned off. That's weird. Did my audio drop? It says that it's still on there, and I'm looking at it. Maybe I was just muttering too quietly. I don't know. It seems correct to me. Let me see if I can hear it on the actual stream. Hold on. I'm looking at it. Maybe I was just muttering. No, it's on there. I don't know. Are you still having audio problems, or is that fixed now? Because it seems like the actual stream itself is fine audio-wise. Doesn't seem like there's anything wrong with it. Where was I? Right. So, mixed feelings about this. What is this face? And why is it here? Uh-oh. Looks like it dropped him. Maybe not. Maybe he got bored and left. But I'm guessing that he was having internet connectivity issues. So anyway, crap. So it's generating polygons on its own. Dang it! I hate it when it does that. I don't want it to do that though. So we got all of our stuff set you know what? Let me cancel this. So we're on the right path, because you can see our subdivisions are all there now, which is good. But we're going to need to do this, I think. Let's go ahead and grab all this stuff. We'll do the exact same thing after this. Maybe that will solve some of our problems. Let's say no extrude top or bottom. Let's go back to slice. Create object. That looks like that fixed our problems. But now my question is, are these still messed up? Ah, yeah! Yeah! Ah! Got it working. Makes me so excited. Ah, man. If I was not streaming, I would be swearing profusely right now with excitement. Oh, man. That feels so... caught myself. That feels amazing. Feels just great. I love the feeling you get when you solve a programming task that's really, really hard. So it's really nice because we, oh man, that's beautiful. That's just beautiful. Okay, so now we got to do it for the right, or for the left, and then we'll be done for the night. And then I'm going to take a break and play Deus Ex after this, because I am in the mood to play Deus Ex Human Revolution, and oh my god, after this much thinking, I think it'll be nice to just unwind and play a stealth game. Oh, that's so great, though. So I'm going to delete this. I'm going to test this real quick. Let's change our width. Oh, no, our width is kind of irrelevant, but I'll change it anyway. Let's change our height to be 0.25. Change our depth to be 0.36. Make it weird. All right. Yep. All right. Everything works just fine. That is just gorgeous. Maybe I should add subdivision options for this. Catch myself before I put more work on the table. Except I'm going to totally do that now. So, hold on. Let me go up here and add a comment. Okay, so let's go back down here. Out of curiosity, oh, we're approaching 1,000 lines of code. I mean, we're not even at 800 yet, but we're getting there. That's always troubling. But I guess, to be fair, this is a pretty advanced tool that we're building. Okay, so this is all here. Now we'll do the same thing that we did before, but with the left. To do anything special for this? I do. Whew. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Can you still not hear me? Anyway, let's go left edge count equals 0. All right. So, yeah, and sometimes, let me know if refreshing the page works, because sometimes I've noticed that if you refresh the page whenever you have a bug, everything comes back to working. So, right. Can't hear anything. Oh, I guess you can hear me. I don't know what I'm typing. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Sometimes Twitch just sort of crashes, but not really crashes, and then refreshing the page makes it all work again. But it's a weird thing that Twitch does. Um, so, uh, whew, this is going to be tough because we're going to have a ton of. Actually, no, we're not going to end up changing this, are we? I didn't think about that. The actual edges don't really matter. They're the same as before. So we still have 1, 4, 7. Wait, 1, 4, 6. That makes more sense. 9. What? Something's wrong here. 12. It should be 3, right? 1, 4. Why is this 6? Is this 7? Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. It recalculated them. That's not good. Oh crap. Messed up my count. Okay. Well, maybe I should make the faces first and then do the subdivisions. I suppose that no harm would come from that. So let me go ahead and move this up. Call this right face, left face. Okay. So we're looking at, let's see, if it's minimal face, we can just leave it as is. It should be count. It should be this basically. And if it's not, then I think we just want to do count times 2. No, that wouldn't make sense. So we would have, give me a second, count times 4. Right edge count. Why am I using, am I even using right edge count? Oh, no, yeah. No, I am. It's the total. Right. Um, do I need that actually? Can I just call that count or edge count? No. Actually, yes, I can. So it's just me being. I think I can just leave it like that. And then we would leave this as I. Let's do that. 2 plus count. Blah 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 blah. Top index. Oh. Oh. I don't think I need that anymore. Because top verts happen after the fact. So that's an irrelevant thing. So let's go ahead, let's try running this, see what happens. Sliced, extrude. Okay. That's perfectly fine. Although, oh, crap, of course. That's why I did them separately, so that the faces wouldn't be stupid. Okay. Well, then how about we do this? Let's move this back below. Right about there. And then can we hold off on this until later? And let this go. Extrude top, bottom slice, create. Okay. And then real quick, I'm going to go ahead and just copy this. And try running this. Let's minimize this. Let's delete this. Check. Sliced. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so that works. And I think that works basically how I would expect it to. Okay, we're really, really close to finishing this. I will be so happy once we get it working. Because now whenever I make stairs, it took 3 hours so far to work to make this, and now instead of taking 5 minutes for me to make a staircase, I can do it in 1 second. But it's just the front loading of time was ugh. Ugh. At least we learned some new things about mail scripting and some of the stupid choices that Maya made when making it. Actually, no, let's go ahead and close this. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll save this vertex stuff for the end. Do that right there. No, actually we won't. We'll do it like at the end of everything. Top vert, bottom vert. Okay. There we go. We'll do it right there. After everything's been extruded and everything's all fine. Okay. Oh no, we're gonna have to recalculate all the top verticals. We're not doing that tonight. I forgot that I have to select everything based on vertices. Of course. I just can't win. Well, anyway. Let's go to here. Comment. I'll get rid of these. Through here. Alright. So right now, if I run this, we should be able to generate a staircase with the minimal stuff checked off, and everything will work. Good, it still does. So, good, I don't need to make any changes to that. Let's go back here. So now I just have to work on getting this to properly get set up. So I can delete this. And I think I can delete this even. Okay. Get rid of all this. Let's get rid of this. Okay. Let's do a quick save. Yes, that's fine. And slice face, top vert. Okay, here we go. Okay, I believe I want this. Excuse me. Okay. So, I'm going to comment this out. Run this code real quick. Sliced. Create. Ooh. I'm going to have extra faces. Crap. Just out of curiosity. That's 30. Okay. Remember that number because we're going to do this now. I was worried about that. So, damn it. So if we don't basically merge all of our vertices that are overlaid on top of each other, we have a lot of extra faces, which makes mathematical calculation difficult. Or rather, it makes mathematical calculation of accurate faces incorrect. We basically have to add supplemental face counts just because they exist, even though they're not actually the faces that will ultimately be there. I would prefer not to do that, but I feel like trying to change, if we merge vertices, it gets rid of edges, which is problematic. Because then the edge indices all recalculate, and then our math equations are just they're thrown out the window. Because for example, this is edge 2. This should be edge 5, I believe, and it is edge 54 instead. So it's very frustrating and inconsistent, apparently. Okay, let me see. This should be 1, 4, 6. Right, that's because the calculations are getting messed up. So, I think what we're going to end up doing is let's get rid of this. Okay. Let's grab all of this. Let's run this. No extrusions. Sliced. So we have these extra faces. 21, 22, 23, and 24. And that's because these ones, 20, are just all over the place, aren't they? Yeah. So the face count, I tried to keep it nice and clean, but of course I couldn't. I'm not worried about that, though. My main concern is that's 19. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, hold on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, and 19. 19, not 19. So 19 plus 19 is going to be what? Let's see, 18, 38. Let me see. I'm going to go down the list, see if I find one larger than 38. There's 38. Nope. So 38 is what we want. Trying to calculate mathematically how we get those numbers. So it looks like count is 5. So count times 4 minus 1 would give us 19. Is that sound math, though? Because we'll try that, see if that works mathematically. Actually, you know what? Delete that. Let's run this again real quick. Let's change this to 6. $48. 23. 23 plus 23 is going to be 46. That's not... Well, let me think. What do we say? Count times 4 minus 1. So that'd be 6 times 4, which would be 24, minus 1, which would be 23. But we already know that 49 is there. That's not correct. That's not the right mathematical equation. It has to be... what is it, a Fibonacci sequence? No, that doesn't sound right. Basically, it's 1, 1 plus 2, 1 plus, or 2 plus 3, 3 plus 4, 4 plus 5, 5 plus 6, blah, 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 blah. Because that's basically what we're doing. We're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Row count from the top going down. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So count minus 1 for the extra faces. Okay. Let's see what operators this have, or this. Let's see. Let's go to scripting customization. I don't know what to look for here. Modulo, maybe. Oi! Oi, oi, oi. Of course not. It's all commands. I don't want... Operator, let's go everywhere. Why this lets me... screw it. We'll just Google this. Maya operators. ML operators. Either one of these would be fine. Add to, multiply, cross products. That's not what we need. Logical operators. That's not what we need either. Okay. Oi. Okay. So, oh boy. We're basically going to want to have. Let's see. Is this left face? Yep, that's left face. Okay. So, to get this, we're going to need to do this. For I equals 0, I is less than. Actually, no. I equals count. I is greater than 0. I minus. I know that I forgot the dollar signs on there. Okay. What do I say? Index equals 0. Okay. Say index plus equals count no plus equals I. I think that's what we want. Yes. And then finally we'll have index plus equals count minus 1. Okay. So, geez. I think we're going to say index plus 1. Right? Because, yes, that is correct. Also, I was completely wrong here. So our face is the problem here. So this doesn't need to change. That's relaxing at least. But the main problem comes in down here. It gives us our select index. Index, can't call it that. Call this face count then. Okay. And then index equals select index plus I. The Y pose is all correct again. Don't have to worry about that. Oh, the internet is failing. No, we're almost done. Are you still streaming your stuff too? There might be a weird. Whose internet failed? Oh. Oh, okay. Did you. Oh, so you changed your name. Oh, good. How. Was it hard to do or. Um, oh, you couldn't switch your Twitch name? That's kind of a shame, but. At least you can sort of change your name. I guess your Twitch name is probably your. Yeah, I guess your Twitch name is probably your account name as well, I think, right? I don't remember. So it's probably got some administrative stuff tied to it. But, um, okay, so really close to getting this to work. Okay. I think. Um, this might be correct. Maybe. Probably not. Dang it. No, it didn't do anything. Ah, well, sorry to hear that the internet is sucking for you right now, but eh, it was good to see you again. I'm glad that you got your name changed. But we're almost done anyway. Um, it's just going to be a little bit more of me sitting here going, why isn't this working? Um, so, but yeah, thanks for stopping by and trying to stick it out through the tough, terrible internet of the world that the entire North American continent seems to have. Um, why didn't this work? All right. Yeah, I'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Um, why did this not work? Could it be that it was grabbing the wrong ones? Um, cancel this, and I'm going to. Oh, cool. Narcos versus zombies. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes that makes a lot of sense based off what you told me yesterday. Um, and actually, no, I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow because I have graduate school stuff that I have to do. But I should be on later this week, maybe this weekend sometime. So, but I'll see you later. Um, so let me see. Main index, blah 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 blah. None of this is working. So I need a polyclose border. None of that crap. Let's go ahead and print select index, not hash. Octothorpe. And oops, let's cancel this. Let's have this run. Let's minimize this. Let's delete this. Put this over here. Move this back up. All right. Extrude tops. 20. 20? Oh, right. That's not right. So I was I forgot to do this. Plus count times 4. That would be why that was stupid. Let's run this through here. Sliced, no extrusions, hit create. Oh, we're so close. So close. Dang it, it's so close. Let me guess. Didn't quite get the Oh, wait. No. I know why. Count plus 4. Or times 4. Select index plus n, and then right. We increment. Is that going to be correct though? I almost feel like I need to reverse my cuts in the z-axis. Let's try this. Sliced. Create. Dang it. Ah! So close! Why won't you all work? Really close to this. Really close. I just can't seem to get it. One plus I. Okay. So let me do this. Comment this stuff out. Let's try horizontal stuff first. Extrusions, sliced, create. Okay, that all seems to work. So we're looking at face of 20, 40, 1, 2, 3. Good. So then when we come back through here, we're looking at the min index is 39. Max index is going to be 39 plus 5 minus 1 plus I, which would be 1. So 39 plus 4, which will be 43. All right. Now, count minus 1, 4, minus I, 0. 4 times depth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that gives us our first cut. So the first cut works fine, and then the second and third cuts are wrong. They're not showing up on the correct faces, at least. I think. Let me break. I think it's a naming issue again. $43, 2, 1. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. 44, 48. Oh no. Oh no. It's the naming conventions again. It's the indices. It's always the indices. Okay. Let me delete this. No, not the face. Set this rotation back to be positive 90. Let's try running it. Check. Sliced. Create. Cancel. Object mode. Face. 39. 45. Ah, that's just not fair. This is the only one that's inconsistent. Maybe I should do it backwards. So, okay. Let's do max index equals select index plus I. Z pose is going to be depth times I 1 plus I. Okay. Let's try this. No, slice to create. Yeah, that worked about as well as I expected it to. 39, 44, 40. Oh, well, actually, no, that doesn't seem to. Because the max index. Hold on, I think I need to do it backwards. Yes, okay, I need to do it backwards. So this actually should be plus I. And this should be plus count minus 1. Slice create. Ah! Dang it. Come on. Hold on. Oh, wait. Hold on. Really? Forgot that I told it to break. What? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Seriously? Seriously. It, no, you know what? That's correct. That would be me being stupid again. That's why we can't do that. But curiosity. Why is the bottom one different from the top 4? Okay. Well, hey. Not seem right. That's where it's going. So that actually was predictable. That's what I was expecting it to do. My problem is just that it's not following naming conventions. Not ones that I would like it to. Makes it very difficult to actually guess things. So, okay. I think we're gonna call it a night, just because I've been working on this this script for 3 hours, and it's almost done, but my brain's kind of fried. So I'll be thinking about this though, trying to figure out why it's not working. I'll be trying to figure out how to properly index crap in Maya. It's really close. It's just these last couple of indices. Once I get them, I'll be able to just clear all of the vertice data and just be done. We'll be happy. But until then, everything's kind of broken. So, well, anyway, I won't be streaming tomorrow because I have graduate school responsibilities that I have to do tomorrow night, and then that will extend into Saturday morning as well. But I might do some streaming on Saturday evening. Keep our ear to the ground, or keep your ear to the ground. Keep an eye on Twitter, and I'll try to keep everyone updated. But I think that's going to do it for tonight. So as always.